Hi, welcome back. This is Kim. Welcome to another step-by-step lesson. Once again, this is not actually a lesson. I'm going to kind of tell you about the features that are included in Office 365 that are not included in Office 2019. Well, some of them are, but most of them are not. Do any of these sound interesting to you? I bet they will. I have added a couple that are part of Office 2019 also. Because they were so cool, I just had to include them. So anyways, let's get started. So they're in no particular order, all pretty random, to be honest. I was going to try to organize them, and I just decided I'm just going to do it like this. So the first feature is send links, not files. You can upload a file to the cloud and send a link to it. It allows others to access the file and even make changes to it. You don't have to send the file back and forth. You just open it in the cloud, make your changes, and it saves it. And now the next person can see what you did without having to actually physically send the file back and forth. So that's neat. And that leads to collaboration, which is what that actually was on the first feature there. Several people can work on the same document simultaneously because 365 integrates with the cloud. You can see edits as they happen, and you can actually see who is making the edits. It's a really great way to work on something together. You can be on the phone and you can all be doing it, or you can just do it as you feel fit, and everyone will see what you did. And you guys can work together to come up with the final document. It's really great too to send to like a client and let them review it and put little notes in, and then you can fix it the next day. Or, anyways, yeah, that's a great feature. They also have a automatic decluttering way to declutter your mailbox. You train your mailbox basically to move not necessarily only spam, but mail that you don't want into the clutter folder. So it doesn't delete anything. It's in another folder. It's just not in your inbox. So as you drag things into the clutter folder, it learns what you don't want in your inbox. So when those emails come in, it'll automatically put it in the clutter folder. And it learns what types of things you'd rather have in the clutter folder. Do check it now and again because sometimes good mail gets in there, but it's a good feature. I like it. And stock photos. This is probably my favorite. I do a lot of, desktop publishing, and I love the stock photos. It's an amazing selection of stock photos that you can use for your documents. There's photos, drawings, people with transparent backgrounds, stickers, and more. The people with the transparent backgrounds are fun because you can place them on top of another image and it looks like they're part of it. And you can resize everything. It works really well. It's seamless. So, yeah, that's a nice feature. Now we got some more. Automatic image suggestions. As much as I dislike Bing, this is a pretty cool feature. As you type, Bing will give you image suggestions based on what you're typing. And as you keep typing, the images will change to fit what's in your document. So that's pretty neat. Power Map is pretty amazing. So you can easily convert any geographic data in Excel into a 3D map. You just have to enable it and then select a table or a range of data and click to add to 3D maps. It's in the Map button that's in the Insert tab. This also is part of 2019. It's really cool. I just recently found this, and if you have a bunch of sales data, let's say, and it includes territories or something, or even customer names with addresses and stuff, so it'll show up on a map. So you could, and the density of the color on the map relates to your data. So it's really cool. You should play with that. Okay. Another Excel thing here, it's quick analysis. It gives you a quick view of charts, graphs, and pivot tables. It's a tool that allows you to quickly see the various ways to display your data. It's a small icon at the bottom of your table that you hover over to see examples of various charts, tables, graphs, etc. Click on one you like, and it adds it automatically to your worksheet. Even if you don't want to add one, it's interesting to look at them because the way that the data is displayed on these graphs and charts is really helps you visualize what you've got going. So yeah, that's one thing. Now, My Analytics. I'm not sure if this is a feature or just an annoyance at this point. It sends weekly emails noting how you spent your day. It keeps a log of your work activities and provides you tools to make efficient use of your time. So you give them once a week. There are these emails, and it basically says you had this much downtime, this much time doing this much time doing that. I'm not sure how it knows, but it's kind of annoying to me. But yeah, you might like it. Okay, here's some more. You can add information from to-do tasks into your calendar. You can convert notes in your to-do list to tasks with reminders and deadlines in your calendar. You can add notes and more details and easily email them to others. This is pretty interesting because if you have a to-do list, I have never used the to-do list in Outlook, but some of my colleagues do, and one of them showed me this. So it's pretty cool that you can just take something from your to-do list and drag it right into your calendar, and it's a pretty powerful little feature. Design Ideas is another one that I love. This is a PowerPoint feature. It gives you suggestions on design ideas for your slides. As you insert images, it uses those images to come up with layouts and color ideas. It adds a little flair to your PowerPoint presentations. I did not use it for this. I used just a basic template. But if you had a picture, let's say in the background, it'll give you different ways of laying out your text on top of the image, and it's fun to play around with. And that is only in 365. You can switch between accounts. Because of OneDrive, you can easily switch between your personal and business accounts if they are both 365. Because it's online, it's in the cloud, so it makes it very easy. Resume reading. Drop in and out of a document in Word 365 will remember where you left off. It automatically bookmarks the last page you were reading. I tested this today, and it actually did. I opened up a really long document. It had about 40 pages, and I stopped in various spots, closed the software, opened it back up, and it took me right back to where I was. So, yeah, I like that. Okay, here's some more. Digital signatures for your email. In the past, you'd have to write on a little piece of paper and then scan it and then create an image of your digital signature. But if you get the DocuSign app, you can create it in there, and then it adds a digital email signature that you can add to your emails, which is nice. Scribbles to text. So this is mostly if you have a tablet or if you have a computer with a touch screen, but if you're drawing inside of OneNote, 365 will try to guess what those lines mean. I saw a demo of this and it looked pretty fun. So a person had really horribly sloppy writing, but OneNote was able to figure out what he was trying to write. I was kind of amazed. So play with that. You can fix any errors with the lasso tool. Inside of PowerPoint, you can change a setting that will turn your mouse into a laser pointer with the red dot and all. Yeah, so there's some mouse settings. There's a lot of settings inside of PowerPoint that you can play with it. Really make your presentations more fun. PDF editing. You no longer need to buy Adobe for this. You convert the document into a Word document. So basically, right-click on the PDF file when you're in File Explorer. You right-click on the file name and then choose Open With and then choose Word. Then you can edit it. It's super easy. It works well. You can save it. You can print it. Whatever you want to do. So yeah. So that's. Okay, here's some more. Auto reformat of data. This is actually called flash fill. It's a feature in Excel. This is also available in 2019. It analyzes the changes that you're making and predicts what you want for future cells. It's cool. I've used it for a few things. So if you have one cell of first name, another cell with a last name, and the third cell you want to put like an email address for everyone in the company, as long as the end of the email is the same for everybody, you can, let's say everybody was their first name, period, last name at company.com. So if you put it in for the first two people, and then you can use the autofill, and it'll do the same for the rest of the data. So you can just drag it down and everybody else's email address will be put in that same format. It's, I think it's awesome. Okay, you can ignore email conversations. With the click of a button, you can ignore an entire email conversation. I love this feature and find that it comes in handy almost every day. I love it because there's so many times where you're not even part of the conversation. You need to, I guess you need to read it eventually, but you don't need to see it live, and it's just annoying. So I ignore a lot of conversations and go back later and see what was discussed. This is another PowerPoint feature. You morph one image into another. It's very cool and make your presentations really stand out. Let me tell you a little about what morph is. So you morph, so you have a PowerPoint slide with an image on it. You duplicate that slide, and on the second one, you move the image a little bit. Duplicate that slide. On the third slide, you move the image a little bit. And then as your transition, you choose morph, and it kind of all blends together and makes an animation. It's really neat. Okay, this is our last page here of features. Drag an email to the calendar. In Outlook, drag an email down to the lower left and onto the link to the calendar. Up pops a new appointment window. Fill in the details and save it. This works in Office 2019 also. It's really cool. I had to share that. And vice versa, it's the opposite of above. In the calendar, drag an appointment onto the email icon link, and up pops an email window. Compose the email and send it with the embedded calendar to someone via email. You just don't have to copy and paste all the information. You can just drag it down there and it automatically fills in on the email. Play with it. It's really awesome. The last thing I wanted to share is called Smart Lookup. Highlight some text in your document, right-click on it, and select Smart Lookup. A new section will open up on the right with a dictionary, how to pronounce the word, some definitions, thesaurus entries. It's really great, especially if you're typing up something in Word and you just don't know what a particular word means, or you want to find another word because you're using the same one over and over. It just comes up right on the side. There is a built-in dictionary and a built-in thesaurus in Office that you can go to also. It's under the Review tab, but this just comes up easily right on the side. You don't have to go to another tab. So anyways, those are my favorite Office 365 features, and I wanted to share them with you. If you like this video, please click like, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.